Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
With allegations of sexual harassment swirling, Fraser's mayor goes on record.
I have never went out, ever in my life, to harm anyone or to harass anybody.
As hundreds mob tonight's city council meeting.
And two breaking stories we're following at this hour. An innocent driver killed in a crash involving a stolen Mustang. We'll get to that in a moment, but first, a person of interest is now in custody in the shooting death of a 3-year-old boy in Clinton Township. Glad you're with us at 11. Nearly 24 officers went on the hunt for the man police believe dropped the gun that ended up killing the boy.
That shooting happened at the Newport Apartments in Clinton Township, but the person of interest was taken into custody on Detroit's west side. Jermont Terry is live with the story as police piece this all together tonight. Jermont.
Kimberly, Clinton Township Police brought that person of interest here to the police station after catching him late tonight on Detroit's west side. Now, that man is believed, getting interviewed tonight, is believed to be the person that dropped that gun. And after the child found it, killing himself, that same man picked it up and took off running for hours.
A bouquet of balloons blows in the wind when little Cameron Dillard lost his life. Police say the 3-year-old found a gun outside the Newport Arms apartment complex while playing with other children. The gun went off, striking and killing Cameron.
It woke me out of my sleeping. It was terrifying to know there was baby Cam that got hit with a gunshot.
Cameron's parents were outside nearby when he picked up what he thought was a toy.
They watch their kids all the time. They're never too far. They're never so far. He's not allowed to go far.
But this man did go far. Local 4 cameras were rolling when police arrested the man they believe dropped the gun as he walked across the courtyard where Cameron played.
I don't understand how you didn't even know you dropped your weapon. You know, when you drop your cell phone, you know your cell phone fell out your pocket.
Police arrested the man at a gas station off Plymouth and Greenfield on Detroit's west side. Investigators say the man picked up the gun and ran, leaving Clinton Township even after he saw Cameron bleeding.
He's a coward, and it says a lot about him because he knows the child that was shot. He knows the child personally, so I don't understand why he would leave the scene, you know, after he knows what happened.
Family members and friends were visibly shaken by the circumstances, but there's some comfort knowing the man suspected of being reckless with that weapon is off the streets.
Nothing can, you know, change the fact that they lost a child today. Even by him being caught, they still don't have their son.
And tonight, there's no word if Clinton Township Police found the weapon that was used in all of this. Now, interesting enough, those at the apartment complex tell me that the man arrested tonight often hangs out there and even talks to the children all the time, including Cameron. And that makes this even more perplexed for people that live there. Now, interesting enough, Cameron's family just wanted a little bit of peace. They asked for privacy as they are grieving tonight, and we most definitely respected that. For now, reporting live outside the Clinton Township Police Department, I'm Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, Jermont, it's just dreadful. Also breaking tonight, an innocent driver killed when a man in a stolen Mustang runs a red light and then crashes. Tim Pamplin has the night cam in southwest Detroit.
This high-speed collision occurring at Springwells and Gartner, that's just south of Verna, southwest Detroit. Police officers tell me that the driver of that black vehicle, a man in his 50s, minding his own business, when he was killed by this blue Mustang. That Mustang stolen, I'm being told. The 18-year-old driver saw police officers at a party store just south of here. That's when he accelerated up to 100 miles an hour up Springwells on the wrong side of the road, smashing into this innocent victim. He's been taken into custody without injury. Police tell me when they saw him driving by, they pulled out the parking lot and the collision occurred right in front of them. There was nothing they could do for this victim. That is the scene right now in southwest Detroit. With a night cam, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Okay, Tim, hundreds came out in Fraser tonight as allegations of sexual harassment whirl around the mayor and a councilman. This as a budget shortfall means police officers will be laid off. The mayor talked exclusively with Local 4 and says the two issues are linked. Mara McDonald is live in Fraser with what he had to say tonight. Mara, good evening.
Kimberly, I've got to be quiet because this meeting is still going on. Take a look inside. Tempers are fraying. Let me take you through it.
I can speak to those 3 votes.
Protesters on the outside and plenty of people fired up inside, asking the Fraser City Council to substantially raise taxes by $5 million to make sure no police officers are laid off. One small problem. The voters overwhelmingly shot it down in November.
Our police are there when we need them immediately. There's no waiting. You don't have to worry. They're driving up and down the streets. They watch our children.
I support the police officers. They've done so much for our community.
But plenty of others say no way. Respect the will of the voters. After all, Fraser has the highest number of police officers per population of any community in Macomb.
And you live within your means. It's about dollars. Look at the big picture.
Mayor Joe Nichols sat down with me to talk the harassment allegations and the budget, which he says are intertwined. Once Nichols made it clear he would not support raising those 5 mills over the voters' objections, he says the allegations surfaced.
I think it's very poor political posturing that the night after we voted no, everything was pushed ahead.
You think it's a hit job?
I do.
As far as those sexual harassment allegations go, Nichols is being accused by multiple employees, as is Councilman Matt Hemmelberg.
I never stood in front of anybody and said I was perfect. I've told that off-color joke. I have made remarks that some might think, you know, that's probably not the best thing. But I'm a human being. I'm not making excuses, I'm giving an explanation.
Back here live, this meeting is now going into its 5th hour. A vote tonight on whether they will raise those 5 mills. Another vote, I should say. They've already voted no once. This would be the second vote. Tonight is expected sometime, maybe in the next hour. Unlikely for there to be enough votes to raise those mills. So that would mean there will be police officer layoffs. We are live in Fraser. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
And of course, we'll keep you posted on Click on Detroit and Local 4 News Today. We are about, an hour or so away from the start of summer.
You want to play along with how this, with Mother Nature, right? About an hour or so, but it is, interestingly, as we're heading to summer, Ben, it's actually cooling off.
Yeah, spring is holding on by its fingernails here as we're in the 50s in most locations already, just barely around 60 in the city, and we'll likely drop a little bit further as we head towards those morning lows because the skies have cleared out, especially up here to the northwest. We're still holding on to the clouds from the city down river and towards the south zone right now, but we'll wake up with a lot of sunshine in the morning, so it's going to be a bright one but a fairly cool one, a little bit below average for this time of year. Low 70s by the time we get to noon. We won't be fighting the thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. That changes in the 7-day forecast, plus tropical storm Cindy set to make landfall in the Gulf Coast. More on that coming up.
An off-duty Detroit police officer was involved in an incident on the east side that ended with her firing shots. The officer was arguing with another woman when the woman pepper sprayed her. The officer then fired shots, but nobody was hit. Detroit police are investigating what happened.
Nearly 3 weeks after a car full of teens was shot at in Romulus, police have now released a sketch of the suspect.
This is who they are looking for. Back on June 1st, the teens say this man shot at their car on Wayne Road near I-94. A 13-year-old boy was left with a large bruise after one of the bullets went through the back seat where he was sitting. The teens say the shooter took off in a small, newer model silver car. Republican Karen Handel has won the most expensive congressional race in history.
This battle in the state of Georgia had President Trump's attention, with many predicting that a Republican loss would have been a blow to the White House. But Karen Handel keeping the state's 6th district seat in Republican hands, and that's where it's been for nearly 40 years. Early polls had predicted it would be a close one, with her and Democratic challenger Jon Ossoff neck and neck. Handel will be the first woman to hold that seat in Georgia.
Amazon has changed the way we shop for a lot of things, but now it wants to be in your closet. How the site plans to change your wardrobe.
Some people do overstay their welcome. This guy was actually never welcome in the first place, where a homeowner found a sleepy intruder. Coming up.
But first, a look into the future of downtown Detroit and its newest arena.
You're going to see things bigger than life, things you haven't seen at Disney or Times Square or Vegas or anything like that. I mean, it's that large, that impactful. I think that's going to blow people away.
How exciting, what it all means for the city's comeback.
Coming up Wednesday morning, only on Local 4 News Today, vote for the best for pets.
Yes, at 6 a.m. we are revealing the winners for the best grooming and best boarding places. Plus, it's Wellness Wednesday with Dr. McGeorge.
Tired of heading to the gym? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow at 6 a.m., new reasons to ditch the treadmill and take your workout outdoors instead.
Plus, as always, we've got your weather and traffic on the 4s. Detroit mornings start here from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
See you in the morning.
Next.
Come September, the new home of the Detroit Red Wings and Pistons will be hosting games, concerts, and more. But right now, it still looks like this, and it's pretty difficult to visualize what it's going to look like, especially with other apartments, offices, and hotels surrounding it.
You're going to see things bigger than life.
That's right. Tonight, though, we're showing you a high-tech tool, a large 3D printed model that Olympia Development and Entertainment has been using to plan this arena.
As Nick Monticelli reports, they're using it for the entire District Detroit.
If you're anything like me, people talk about the District Detroit, and I have a basic idea of what it is, but I didn't really get the big picture. Welcome to the big picture. This is 50 blocks of the District Detroit, the core of our city. And not only does it help us visualize what it's going to be like, it helps those planning with what else they can do. Little Caesars Arena is going up much faster than many thought, but because of the parking garages, apartments, and hotels surrounding it, it's tough to wrap your mind around the entire project. Until now. This enormous 3D print of the arena shows what's planned so far. Offices to the east of the arena, along Woodward, and then parking garages, apartments, retail space, and restaurants to the west and south. It also shows incredible details inside of the arena, the gondola seating, the transparent roof concourse, or the aluminum skin that can act as enormous projection screens.
And you're going to see things bigger than life, things you haven't seen at Disney or Times Square or Vegas or anything like that. I mean, it's that large, that impactful. I think that's going to blow people away.
It's quite lavish, obviously. It even includes 20,000 little hockey fans, which was quite a task for the company printing the model.
They came back and they said no. I said it's not too hard to do that, but they did not want to be the ones that had to glue each one into the seats themselves.
Jim Verplat is with Stratasys, a 3D printing producer, gutsy enough to take on the task of creating all this in a 3 to 4 week timeline. And even with all the projects he's worked on,
we put parts on rockets, we put parts on race cars, but this is really cool.
The arena, though, is only one half of this project. All of District Detroit is the other half. Olympia wanted something that could essentially help them see into the future.
And it's so real.
Sam Wilson says it helped highlight what ideas really worked and which ones didn't.
And then you place it on the model and you go, you know, you're going to create some traffic issues. This is going to be a problem, but if you put it over here, look how well everything flows.
This model showcases all 50 blocks of the District Detroit, tying together Ford Field, Comerica Park, Little Caesars Arena, the Fox, and more.
We started off with just a plan for an arena. That's all it was going to be in this same spot. Different kind of arena, 16, 17 stories tall. And then Chris said, we're not thinking big enough.
That is one of the reasons this larger model was created, providing a bigger picture and also giving planners a bird's eye view of what properties might need to be purchased in order to expand. Think of it like a giant puzzle, one that evolves every time there is a new development.
We'll just walk over here and do a presentation for somebody and go, oh, that wasn't there before. And one little piece just makes such a difference in terms of filling in this puzzle that we have.
A puzzle that is much larger than you or I may have realized. But thanks to this 3D printing technology, it is a little easier to understand.
This is the symbol of the comeback of our city. And so you do feel proud.
In Detroit, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
I'm more fascinated at the model.
The art of the model really is extraordinary.
The little cars were moving on there.
But we have so often said the new arena, and it's that sells it a little bit short. It's,
you're right. It's much more
than that. Here's a look at what Hank Winchester's working on for tomorrow night.
There are so many products out there claiming they can keep annoying bugs away.
But are they safe and do they work?
Now Help Me Hank and Dr. Frank McGeorge teaming up and revealing what you need to know to keep your family safe and keep the bugs away. Tomorrow at 11.
So is it the longest day of the year? Is that how?
Will be tomorrow, right?
Most daylight.
Yeah, most daylight.
I always like to say it's still 24 hours in a day.
You're right, you're right.
About an hour and 6.5 minutes away from summer, right?
Yeah. We'll have just about 15.5 hours of daylight from start to finish. So it's going to be nice. And we'll get to see a lot of the sunshine tomorrow, too, because the clouds have taken off. The rain is exited as well. Those clear skies, though, have really allowed those temperatures to drop. In fact, we're down into the 50s in almost all locations, right around 61 here in the city of Detroit. But all southern Michigan right now is on the cool side of things. I'll tell you, the clouds have been very photogenic here over the last several days. We've gotten tons of beautiful pictures. We've gotten shelf clouds when the rain's been moving in and the weather's been bad. But some of the ones that when it's been nice have been fantastic. This is out in Rochester Hills. Appreciate that shot. And don't forget, if you haven't gotten Storm Pins, it's a free app. That's the best way to get pictures to us throughout the year. Tropical storm Cindy has really strengthened. Sustained winds up to 60 miles an hour. Doesn't look like it's going to gain much more strength as it heads towards the Gulf Coast, but this is going to be a prolific rainmaker. Notice where this is going to make landfall. Thursday at 7 a.m. just off to the east of Houston near Galveston. But look at where the rain is actually centered. Up to 10 inches of rain all the way out here. This is to the east of New Orleans and stretching up through the southern part of the state. So this is when we tell you don't focus on the center of that track, and that's one of the reasons why the rain's going to be more of a problem than the winds. Here's what we're looking at back home. A high pressure settles in for the rest of the day tomorrow. It's going to be bright. Warm front starts to arrive on Thursday, so that means temperatures go back up. Yes, the humidity goes back up, starts to feel a little bit more like summer. Could get some showers and thunderstorms around in the morning, a little bit of a break, and then they come back in the afternoon, and they're going to be around pretty much hit and miss all the way through Friday morning. So could be a little bit of a wet period there, but then a cold front comes through and takes us back down to a pretty comfortable weekend. The other thing to watch out as we get into Thursday, this should say Thursday, our slight or a marginal risk of severe weather for our side of the state and a slight risk out in West Michigan. Let's look at low temperatures tonight, and we're talking cool ones, numbers in the 50s. In fact, we're not too far from that right now in the city. 58 is where we think we're going. Down here in our south zone, anywhere between about 52 further away from the lakes and 56 out here towards Monroe. West zone, low temperatures could be some of the coolest, right around 50 degrees here between Howell and Manchester. And you work your way up north of M59 and low 50s here primarily all the way up into Sanilac County. So high temperatures tomorrow going to 78. It's going to be beautiful with that low humidity and plenty of sunshine. We don't have to worry about those afternoon showers. 7-day forecast gets warmer and more humid there on Thursday, but the weekend doesn't look half bad. Even though we got chances of seeing wet weather Saturday and Sunday, mid-70s, low humidity looks pretty good.
Happy summer.
That's right.
Enjoy. All right, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
I want to share some local 4 news with you tonight. WDIV honored by the National Association of Broadcasters in Washington, D.C., the NAB, with the Service to America Television Award for excellence in serving the community.
Yeah, we are proud to say the telethon Local 4 hosted, which raised more than $1 million for Flint, Help Me Hank's school project, and our Arab in America series are just a few of the reasons we received this very prestigious honor.
Proud night, and we share it with you. Thanks for being a part of the Local 4 family. Yeah. Well, it's like Goldilocks, only it wasn't a bear one man found sleeping in his bed. How this shirtless stranger took over his house.
And O.J. Simpson just weeks away from a chance at freedom. What he's planning to do if he gets out of prison.